graph format.
That's what. So in TestNG is also providing reports, but they're not giving detailed report. We are not getting detailed report to understand the execution flow. Just it tells what is pass or fail. That's it. But we don't get any validation report in TestNG. And we cannot generate step by step also. So that is the reason we are taking help of this advanced reports called extents reports. Extents reports is purely used for reporting purpose. Remember that. This advanced reports not for any other purpose, but TestNG used for reporting, plus it has lot of features. Okay. So whenever you want to get very rich HTML reports for Selenium WebDriver, then we should take help of this extents reports. These reports will give so much information about executable status, execution status, how executed, how test case got executed, how every step got executed, we can get very easily. The extra information can be provided using some of the methods provided by extents reports class. Here we have to take help of these two classes. One is called extents reports class and one is called extents test class. Extents reports class is used for what? To set the path where your reports need to generate. Using this object, extents reports class object, you can specify the path where you want to generate your reports, into which destination you want to generate your report, into which driver you want to generate your reports, we can define using this extents reports. Extents test class is used for generating the logs in the report. Logs, what logs we can report here? We can log for pass, we can log for fail, we can log for warning, we can log for information. So lot of statuses we have. So whatever logs you want to generate to these reports, what way you are generating, with what logs you want to generate, we can log with help of again one object. What is the class object called? Extend test class object. And these are the two classes we have to use. And methods are like say start test. So what is the meaning of start test means? This is nothing but wherever you start. Test means where you start, test means test method. All of you know that, right? Test cases will start in test method only. It's a precondition for your test case. If you don't start your test case, your current test case, it can't log report for that test case. So any test case, how many test cases we use? For every test case, we have to use precondition. What is that precondition here? Start test method. Start test and give your name of the test case, and if any description required, describe it. Whatever name you provide, whatever description you provide, it will generate, where it will generate this information into this reports where you are generating. We can assign author also, by whom it is tested, means the name of the tester. It's like a manual testing your test case template. Yes or no? In manual testing also we are maintaining template. Same thing here also. For easy understandable reporting is very important for client side especially here. And also assign category. Category means whatever type of test case you're executing. Suppose you're executing regression test case or executing functional test case, you can specify the category of the test case here. And log is a method where it can provide you the steps like say pass. We can generate, it's like a repository which keeps information about your test case, whether pass or fail or skip or error or info, which based on the validation, you can, wherever you want to test case pass, make it as pass. Information means what that information, I just want to know every step, how steps are executing in my test case, then go with this, no problem. End test. So after completion of executing your test case, what is start test here? What is start test? Precondition. What is end test? Post condition. It's a precondition and it's a post condition for your test case. Once you complete executing your test case, end the test case. To end the test case, we have to use a method called end test method. Flush. In Notepad class also we discussed. What is flush? If you use, it will override the reports. It will push everything into your HTML document. It will override existing report. It will override every time. If you don't say flush, it can't push your, or it can't write your reports into that HTML. How to use this? But before using this extents reports, Here, all of you remember, we need to add some extra jar files again for this. We have to add some jar files. These jar files will not work out. This jar file so far, we work only for a WebDriver and Apache POI, right? Excel operations. But if you want to work with extents reports, I will send you the jar files. Okay, all of you, you must add that. See that these are jar files. I'll forward you this jar files. Okay, this many jar files. Add all of you know how to add your how to add to your project. All of you, right? Yes or no? Oh, see that. First,
Yes.
I'm adding how to add. Right click on
Right
JARA
click
system,
on
JARA system
build path.
library, build path, configure build path,
Add external jars.
add
Add
external
extensions.
jars, and I'll send to you guys. You browse it, okay? Where you download and extract it to one drive, you get a folder like this. Control A, select all of them at a time. Control A, open it, apply and close. Automatically, you can see the jar files will be added under reference library. Okay, na? So from now, remember all of you, when you are planning to work with Selenium, these are the jar files required here. Here we are learning topic to topic so that we are adding individually. Once we get into framework class, what we'll do for every new project, we should make a habit of keeping in mind saying that these are the jar files we should keep on adding to your project. Okay. Yes. Let me show you one example, general example, how to generate reports. Then we'll see how to apply them in your test cases also. Okay. Yes. Let me create one class. September 30. Advanced reports. I can say my class name. No main method. Finish off it. Now, come on, guys. Tell me, guys, what are the classes we should declare globally? One is called extend reports. Control space bar immediately. Control space bar, because we have to import package for that. Without adding that jar files, we don't get. Be careful. You add that jar file. See that this is the package we have to import. We get this package only after adding to your project. Okay, all of you. And define one object for that. I'm defining one object as report. Okay, one more class for generating logs. What is that? Extend test. Control space bar again. And we have to import package for this. This is a package we have to import. And define an object as test. Okay. Now I'm writing precondition for generating my log. I mean my reports, HTML report into my specified path. I'm going to create one precondition at the rate before test. Test in the precondition, not test in the precondition. Public void method name is generate report. Okay, na? Generate report. Specify path to generate HTML report. So using which object we have to use? Which object I should use? Report object or test object? Report object. So object is report. Report is equal to new. Report is equal to new. Extend reports. Control space bar. Don't worry. Control space bar. See that. Here we can specify the first one. Where you want to generate that path. I want to generate under my project, under this project, premise banking project, under this project, I want a folder, extends reports folder. Into that extends reports folder, I want my HTML report. Okay, you specify the path. I can double forward slash dot forward slash. We can say like this. No need to give D driver, E driver, F driver, not required. If you say this way, it will generate under your project directly. With what name you want folder name? You can define extend reports. In that folder, I want my report name. My report name is demo. I want my report name as demo.html. Suppose in this demo HTML report, assume that in this demo HTML, already some reports are existing. For example, assume that already some reports are existing. I don't want to override that report. I don't want to override. I want to keep on adding that report without overriding previous reports. Here, by default, it will be true only. True means by that meaning, it will keep on overwriting. One reports ni it won't, we don't see that previous reports. It will override that reports because by default, it will be true. If you don't want to override different, then we have to say comma true. Sorry, comma false.
False.
Yes, by default, it will be true only. So I don't want, because anyway, first time I report, don't worry, it's up to you. This is what the precondition, nothing more. Come out of that precondition. Now I'm writing 3 test cases, one for pass, one for fail, one for skip, just to show you. Okay, 3 test cases I'm going to write. At the rate test. Control space bar, import package. Now create a method for that. Public void. Method name is pass test. I'm just giving pass test. Here, what I told you, this is a test case or not? This is your one test case. So, what is the precondition for the test case? Start test case. Your test case starts here, am I right? Your test case will start here, right? So, how to start the test case? How to start reporting that logs, report to the test case means we have to use test object, test. Test is equal to report dot, the method, what is that method? Dot start test. Either we can go with first one or second one. First one, if you want to maintain only test case name, then go with one. Second one, if you want to describe the test case also, we can use. It's up to you. Okay. I'm going with second one. Name of the test case. Whatever name you provide here, whatever name, test case name you provide, whatever description you provide here, this test case name, this description generate to where? Into this demo.html. Okay. So easily understandable. Look at that. So here I can say my test case name is test pass. Test pass. Description. Just write your own description here. Say, for example, I'm saying demo test case. And for this test case, what do you want? We are writing general test case now. For this test case, what do you want? You want log. You want log that report. What log you want report? Pass or fail? Pass. Now log that pass. Test to dot. We have to report for so test case object stored into test object. Kada? So test to dot log. Log status. Dot. Look at that. If test case is pass, then say pass. If test case fail, then say fail. See, these are the logs we have here. We can log these many things. But testing team, we use pass, fail, info, skip, or maximum. Developer may use different things. We don't care about him. Okay. I want report as what? Pass. And give the details of the test case. One line statement. You write whatever message you provide here, it will generate that to your test case. Test case is pass. Demo, that's it. Come out of the first test case. Second test case. At the rate test. Control space bar. Public void. Method name is fail test. Fail test. Again, here also we need to start our test case. For every test method, we have to write precondition. What is that precondition? What is that precondition for every test case? Start test. Come on, start that test. What will happen if you don't start test here? What will happen if you don't start your test case? Precondition means it can't log that report. Kada? So compulsory for every test method we need to start. So test is equal to, come on guys, report dot start test and give the test case name. My test case name is test to fail. My test case name is test fail and write your description. Demo test case fail. Just write for understanding. Here also, instead of writing demo test case pass. We are not doing against application, just to understand the reports. Next. So what do you want? What do you want for this test case? You want log the report, right? Yes or no? Test to dot log status dot fail. So what are the details again we have to provide? Test case is fail. And then third test case. At the rate test method, control space for, write a method for this again, public void, method name is skip test. Skip test. Just to show how the reports will generate. So again, here also, we need to start the test case. So how many test methods you write? For every test method, we need to start. Come on. Test is equal to report dot start test. Your test case name is test skipping. Description demo test case skipping. And then log report for this test case also. Test dot log status dot skip and define your details. Test case is skipping. Okay. After executing all this test case, what do you want? Tell me guys, what do you want?
End the test.
For every test case, see, execute test case 1, execute this past test case, end the test and push the report to this demo.html. Next, after executing second test case, end the test case, push the report. After executing third test case also, end the test and then push the report. Tell me what precondition I can write here in TestNG. What here I use before test. Before test, you know, all of you, it will participate only once in a class for all the test case. But now for every test case, it should keep on logging report. Remember that. After executing each and every test case, for each and every test case, I want to end my test and I want to push my report. So that case, what I can use? At the rate after method. Exactly. After method. All of you know what is after method. What is after method? What is after method, ma?
Post conditional run.
It will participate for each and every test case after executing each test method. That's what I want here. What I want after executing every test method, push it. Push that, end the test and push the report. End the test and push the report. So for that, write a method public void, method name is tear down. My test case name is, method name is tear down. Come on, first end the test, post condition. End the test.
Test is equal to
report dot kadama. Report end test. You have to end the test. You have to end that. For what you're ending that report? For what you're ending this test case? We're ending this test case for this report only. Which report? Demo.html. This demo.html stored into which object?
report.
Then report dot
End test.
end test. The method we use is end test. For which you're ending the test? Where the test case are stored? Where each and every test case stored here? Test object. Yes or no? Test object or not? Then push it. Report dot flush. If you don't say flush, it can't push the report. Do you understand why I'm using after method here? Some people asking, sir, if you use before test, we use after test. What will happen if you use after test? Anybody?
It will execute only once.
It will report only for last test case reports. Correct?
Participate only once.
It will report, it will execute only once, and that too, it will report to the HTML only for last test case. Skip test case only we get report. We don't get for pass and fail
Each and
test
every
case.
test.
But I want report for every test case. So that's I'm using after method. After method will participate for each and every test method. That is my intention here. Okay. Control S, Control F11. I don't know. Let me check it out. Three test case got executed. Nothing. Don't expect any outputs here. Okay. Now, after all of you observe, after executing your test case, this demo test case, all of you right click on your project, refresh it. If you refresh it, whatever folder name I asked to generate, what that folder name I had to generate? Extends reports. In that folder, what the report name?
Demo.
Open the extends reports in that demo. Right click on it. First time, open with web browser. So I think you don't see this report in TestNG. Look at that. One by one, I'll show you. Observe carefully. Fail. The test case got failed. This is a pass test case and the skip test case. What is this test skipping? How you got this? What is this test pass? What is test fail? You know, all of you. Let me show you in local system. Not only in Selenium, you can go and check in local system. Always make a habit of checking local system. Orange HRM. Sorry, what that project we given?
Primers Bank.
MS Bank. Extends report. Open this report. See that. Open in a browser. Report. What is this test fail? Look at here. You gave name of the test case. What is this?
Yes.
Test case name, right? Whatever name you provide, it will generate that. That's what I'm saying. It all depends on the name of the test case you're pressing. Test case fail. And for this pass, we give test case pass, test pass. And then we give for this test skipping. Okay. See, this color indicates, if you see this color, it's information. This color is, green color is pass. And this color is for fail. And this color is for fatal. This color is for error. And this color is for warning. And this color is for skipping. Okay. Now I want to see only pass test cases here. I don't want to see all that. I want to see only pass. We can filter. How to filter them? Open this filter. See that. Select this pass. Select only pass. It shows only the test case which are pass. I want to see only fail test case. It shows only fail. I want to see skip test case. I want to see all of them. Clear filter. Now I want to see dashboard report, pie chart report for this. Dashboard. So to enable your dashboard, all of you observe here. This is a symbol we use for enable dashboard. Click on this. Enable dashboard. If you click enable dashboard, do you see this report in TestNG here? No, right? See, this is test view. This is test view. This is step view. What is test view? Test case view. Step view means how many steps got executed. So one test case skip, one test case pass, one test case fail. And steps also one step skip, one step pass, one step fail. So percentage, how much percentage we got altogether among 100%, 33%. At the same time, you can see what is this demo test case skipping. Demo test case skipping, what is that demo description? Yes or no? See, demo test case pass, description. Demo test case skipping, demo test case fail. This description it shows very clearly here. And also one more complete report if you want. See that beside this we have, look at here all of you. Okay, click on this. You have to click on this. If you click on it, see that it shows very clear. See how many test cases we executed? 3 test cases. How many steps got executed in 3 test cases? 3 steps. How much? See, at what time you started, at what time you ended, all it shows very clearly. And these are test view and these are step view report. Not only that, if you come down, it shows environment also. See that. And which username you tested, and which OS you tested, and which Java version you tested, and with what host name you tested also it shows very clearly. And if you want change the theme, you can use this icon. It will color to black. Only white and black we have. We can change the theme also, no problem. Again, if you want to see all my steps means, again click on this. Click on this. If you want to see enable dashboard, click on this. If you want to see overall report, click on this. You have to make a habit of looking these reports very clearly, all of you. Okay? It gives very clear date and time. No way you can't escape. And the version of what you're using also shows very clearly. Okay? So accordingly, we can see the reports from today. So that's what we don't believe test engine reports. Test engine reports are not giving this many detailed reports. That is the reason we are taking help of this reports called extents reports. Am I clear to all of you? All of you. Do you understand all of you guys?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
And sometimes they'll ask you one more report also here. I'll discuss one more reporting. Today reporting only, reportings. What that reporting we should learn here is, it's not a rule that we should go on with all reports, but let's see what possibilities are there. We use them, not a problem. Log4j. Log4j. What is log4j? What is log4j? When do we go with log4j? Any idea? Log4j is also reporting. It's also used for reporting, not for anything else. It's purely used for reporting only. Look at that. Why use log4j? All of you, for this log4j, jar file is already added. You know how it is added, you know? When it is added, you know, log4j jar file. When you're adding Apache POI jar files, in that Apache POI already log4j is already added. Look at that. So no need to add separately for this. Okay,
Yes.
along with Apache POI, it already got added. So don't worry about that jar file. Okay. Why we use log4j? It is an open source. No investment here. That's the advantage. With log4j, it is possible to store flow details of your Selenium automation in a file or a databases. Log4j is used for large as well as small projects. In log4j, we use log statements known the status of the project while it executing. Yes, of course, you can ask me, sir, we are using extents reports also. Yes, extents reports is providing you validation report. But log4j is going to provide you step-by-step report. If you write 100 steps in a test in a script, for every step we can generate report on what we can easily understand how it is executing. Here we are using one class, logger class. Logger is responsible for logging information. To implement loggers into project, following steps to be performed. We have to create instant object for logger class compulsory, because logger class is a Java based utility that got all the generic methods already implemented in log4j. In log4j, we can use these levels. What levels we can use? 5 levels. See, all. If you say all means this level of logging will log everything. It turns all logs on. Debug. When you're debugging, we can use information. There also we have also information here also. It highlights message that highlights the progress of your application. Warning regarding faulty and unexpected system behavior. When you get, we can write their warning. Errors. Any errors you come across, we can write that. Fatal, causing the application to crash. Off, if you don't want to log anything, we have to maintain off for that. So log4j, we can write in different ways. Appenders will be there based on our business point of view. Okay, we can use two types of, one is router log will be there, one is application log will be there. Accordingly, we have to use them. But I'm using, apart from this, I'm using my own log here. This log4j will be prepared by your team lead, not by you guys. They'll send you way to maintain this log4j in your project, you know. Yes. Now, to maintain log4j, how you create property file? Do you remember property file? Same way, we have to create property file for this also. Okay. See, right click on your project, new, file, and just give that file name as log4j dot properties. For this also use dot properties. Okay,
Is this also like repository, sir?
not repository, to maintain logs, not repository. Okay, finish off it. And whatever I'm setting that log4j, this which is prepared by your team lead, copy this, and they'll specify how to generate logs. So that I want logs like information, console, warning, HTML, error, debug. What are they specify? It will generate report for all of us. This is what we call log4j language. Don't worry. And here, where to generate your report also, we're given the paths. Look at that location where you want to generate your path. See, test reports. It generate one more folder for you. In the test report folder, your report name will be results.html. Append is equal to false. What is the meaning? False or true? What is that meaning? True means, what is that meaning? True means, just now I told you in log4j extends reports also. What is the meaning of true? True means you want to keep on adding the report without disturbing previous reports. Then make it as true. No. Every time you should keep on overriding the reports. Then say false. Append is equal to false. So every time you generate, it will generate one new file for you without overriding that old file. And these are all timing factors. These are all the conversions. Don't worry about that. These are the timing, date, and time pattern. This is a pattern of log4j. Don't worry. Just maintain this log4j. Then how do you access this log4j? For example, let us create one class. Okay. Just maintain class name as reporting. No main method, finish of it. Okay. And here I'm going to write against application web driver, declare object for web driver, and declare object for one class. What that class we had used? Logger class here. See that logger control space bar. See here. Logger, many people are confusing and they're using what they required. You have to import package Apache log4j. Look at that. It shows a lot of options. You have to import class Apache arg.apache.log4j. Import this package. Define an object for that log. Okay. At the rate before test public void method name is setup. Okay. And initialize object for web driver. Launch your driver is equal to new Chrome driver.
Control space bar.
And then here, very important thing, we have to initialize object for log4j. Okay, log is equal to object we define log. Log is equal to, we can declare before and no problem. Log is equal to logger dot get logger. Here, if you want, for which class you are logging this report here, for which class you're logging, you can use get class. It can get class. Get class means it will get that class name to what, see what that class name here reporting. It will get that class. That's meaning. And here, one more thing is, we have to specify path of log4j. Just now we created log4j property file, right? Here we have to specify the path. Otherwise, it can't. If you don't specify the path, we don't get this kind of what we call formatting. Okay. If you want to get all this formatting, reporting, and all that, compulsory we have to define the path. For that, what we use is property configurator, control spacebar, property configurator. property class that
Yes.
property configurator dot configure. Configure. What we need to configure here? What we need to
Properties.
configure? Part of your configure properties. What that part of that? Where is that part of that property file? Log4j. Go to your project. Right click on log4j properties. Properties. Copy the location. Exact path you have to define. Compulsory. So whenever you are planning to use log4j, these two be remembered here. Logger class and this one. That's it. So that we can log that. Now I want to launch my browser. I want log that for that. Log dot. Now we can see log dot info. You define what you're doing here. Launching. Define your message. What you're doing here. Launching Chrome browser. Define that. For every step we can generate now steps and matter. Come on. Launch browser now. Come on. Launch URL. Launch URL now. Driver dot get method. Specify your application URL. I want to report this to my log4j. Yes, log.info. Log.info. Message is driver dot get current URL. Report it. So what URL you're launching will report to your log4j. Next step, maximize it. Driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. Don't report for this. Okay. I maximize window also. Come out. Next, come to test case. At the rate test method. Write a method for this. Public void method name is verify login. Okay. Verify login. Record script for that. Driver dot find element by dot name value dot send keys. We'll send our value. Your username is admin. And log for this also. Log dot info. Log dot info. What are you doing?
Entering the username.
Tell that in English. Tell your English. Enter username. Easy to identify. When you're running number of lines of code, it will be giving the line number to you. That's very important. Next, you're entering for password. Enter password. Next,
Click on
Submit.
login.
click on login. So and click on login button. Login button. But here we don't get any validation report. Suppose I want extends reports also for this. I'll show both. We'll add both extend plus log4j. I want extends reports plus this report, log4j report also. Yes, we can do that first now. When you click on login, all of you know what you want to validate that orange HRM. String expected. Expected is equal to, dashboard, dash we can expect. And get that complete URL in runtime. String actual is equal to driver dot get current URL. And validate this if actual dot contains
dash
expected. Then what do you say here? Reporter dot. This is for reporting test engine. This is reporting for what? Test engine reporting. This is for reporting test engine. Reporter dot log. You can say login success. I want this to report to my log4j also. Report it. Log dot info. What message you say here?
Login success.
Login success colon plus I want print that expected and actual to my log4 so that I'll understand. Expected plus, so I want some blank space plus actual so that I can clarity what is generating. This happens whenever it is pass. else. I won't get that error message. All of you know that. When you enter any invalid password, anything here, we get error message here, right? I won't get that error message. This error message. How to get that, all of you know. Store into one variable. String message is equal to driver dot find element by dot id value dot get text. Okay, and report it to that first. Report that respective message. Instead of login pass, what we say here? Message. Don't forget to say comma true. If you don't say comma true, it won't report to console tab. Yes or no? Exchange reports. True. I had said true here. Okay. And here, instead of logins, pass and all that, what I should use? Message. Use that message. I want to print that message, whatever it's happening there, right? I just want some blank space. Okay. Yes. Okay, na? And finally, come out of this test case at the rate after test. Public void method name is tear down. So reportings are very important here. So driver dot close. I want to report this step also. Log dot info. So browser what you're saying? Closing browser. Okay. I want to generate extents reports also for this test case. How do you generate extents reports for this? Come on. Globally, what you should do? Come on. Globally, we should define two objects. What are the two objects, two class objects we have to define here? Come on, guys.
Extend report.
Extend report. Extend report.
Extends reports. Object is report.
Extend test.
Next one is extend test. Extend test object is test. Okay. And in before method, before test, what do you want? We want to generate report compulsory. So whatever report you give already, you can generate the same path with the same path, specify the path. If you want change it. It's up to you. It's no restriction that we have to go with the same. This file name in Marchco. Okay. I want as login. But folder name should be same. No need of generating number of folders. Okay, na? Next. Come to test case. Use precondition. Start the test case. Report dot.
Start test.
Report dot or report is equal to? Report is equal to test dot
start test.
Test dot start test case. No. What I told you, we have to report. See what we are doing. We are reporting. We are generating test case log for the test case. Test is equal to. We have to report for that. Report dot start test. So test case name I'm giving. Validate test login. Okay. Validate login.
Description.
Okay. Come to this validation directly. Report that to your extents reports now. Report that to extents reports. Test dot log status dot pass. Details. What details you want? Login success. Yes or no? I want a report. Whenever it is pass, I want say login success. Whenever it is fail, report it. Test dot log status dot fail. Whenever it is fail, I want to message. I want generate as that message. And even of course we can write that expected actual also here there. We can write this expected actual also, no problem, to report for understanding purpose. Okay, write that expected actual also, not a problem. If you want some blank space, use some blank space always. Otherwise it will merge. Your message will merge into it. So use some blank space in that case. Okay. Whenever it is pass, I want to generate this way. Whenever it is fail also, whenever it is fail also, I want. Whenever it is pass also, I want that message. Okay. Whenever it is pass, I want to generate report that way based on my requirement. Okay, now see that. Okay, I want a message. Whenever it is pass, I want a message this way. So like that, we can use both options, report or law. That's what we don't know which companies goes with one. So we should get ready with all options. What is there? Nothing wrong. And finally, in before test, what we should do, all of you know that. Report dot end test. Compulsory, we have to end pre-post conditions to be defined and flush it. Report dot push it, flush. Without this, we can't end it. Okay, we have only one test case that I'm using after test. Before we have a number of test cases, that's why I'm using after method there, right? We have only one test case here. Okay, no problem. So open your application, right click to mouse, inspect element, name is equal to, copy this name value and paste here. Next, name is equal to txt passport. Next, login button. And for this error message also, we need to get that ID value. ID is equal to span message. Span message. Where is that? Span message. Okay. We have to provide application URL. See how beautifully we get the reports in. It will print to console tab also now. We can see that report in console tab. After clicking login button, let me suspend tool for a few seconds. What is there for my observation? Thread.sleep. Wait for 5000 milliseconds. And before closing also, for your observation, not required. For your observation, before closing a browser also, we can ask tool to wait for a few seconds. Log4j, okay, no problem. Add your superclass, throwable. Okay, and add to your test case also. Right. Now, I don't know. Let's see how well it is going to see the two reports we are going to see now. Right click to mouse, run as test ng test. For each and every step in the console tab also, it will give for each and every step. Look at that. For each and every step, it's going to give that. This is actually log4j report. Look at that log4j. Whatever you did, the line number 31, we are launching Chrome browser. In line number 33, you are launching URL. In line number 44, entering username. In line number 43, entering password. And whenever suppose any step part get failed, if you click on it, it will directly take to that line. See that? We can observe that which line got failed, which line got executed. That's the advantage. When I click on it, it shows it takes the respect line and matter. So that flexibility we have in extents reports. Log4j, log4. These are all log4j reports. Now, after executing, what I told you in log4j, observe that. What that folder name I asked to generate? Here, test report. In that, we asked to generate what? Results. Go and see. Where you see that? Refresh your project. Refresh your project. If you refresh your project, we get test report here. In that report, right click to mouse, open with web browser. It gives each and every step, how the steps got executed here in HTML format. In HTML format, see that. Log session start time, Wednesday, September 31st, 1920, 50 seconds, IST 2020. Time 0, thread, main, level, info only. We have written only info, no pass, no fail, right? Here we don't get no pass, no fail. Category name, package name and class name. Now file line, see line number, report, this is a class name and giving the line number of that, Java line number. What we did in line number 31, launching Chrome browser. Line number 33, we launched URL. In line number 41, enter username. So we can see step by step report. That's the difference between extents reports and this log4j. In extents reports, you can see where you can see extents reports again. Open
Under
this,
extent reports.
refresh that project. See, we asked to generate login.html. Open with web browser. Invalid credentials. Expected URL is dash kada dash, but our URL doesn't contain the dash. That's what we give wrong username there. You're not given any password also there. Look at that. I'm not given any username and password.
Username, they have given
Username,
password.
but I gave wrong password.
QH 123.
Okay, when you give invalid, that's what. If you want more space, that's what I'm saying. Whenever it is fail, it's not show a message. When you want more space, use more space here. Expected before printing. Otherwise, it will merge to it. So that use more space, no problem. Now again run this. That is the main advantage of going with log4j. Log4j extends reports here. See that. Now login success. Why? Because dashboard. Why dashboard? See that URL also expected is dash, and URL also content dashboard, right? Also content dash. That's what it's passed. You can see reports again. Login report. Now you can see test cases pass or fail.
They have to refresh.
Okay. Yes, already
Success.
refresh. Don't worry. Pass dash. It is dash. It content dashboard. Percentage. You can see all. Okay. Steps you can see. Enable dashboard. Everything we can see each and every report also here also step by step report. That's the main purpose of this reportings here. Anywhere we can use in our framework classes, we can use log4j plus, we can use extends reports according to our business point of view. But get practice with this thing first, all of you guys. Without practicing, you can't do it. Okay, all of you. Okay, na?
Okay.
Then tomorrow I'll show one example how to check. First, data driven, simple, without framework structure. I'll show one general example. Let me see how many of you remembered all Excel methods. Let me check out with that. And then we'll start creating structure and we'll start keyword, hybrid, palm, one by one. Okay, na?
Okay.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.